Notice is hereby given that a meeting of the Sandy Oaks Park Advisory Committee will be held on Tuesday, September 21st at 6:30 PM at City Hall located at 22870 Priest Road, Sandy Oaks, Texas, 78112 for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. All agenda items are subject to action. The City of Sandy Oaks will provide live stream video and telephonic access to the meeting through the link, and I won't go through the link. It's available on the website on the agenda, as well as the meeting ID or by dialing in where, and the phone numbers are accessible also. The public will be permitted to offer public comment telephonically or by audio as provided by the agenda and as permitted by the presiding officer during the meeting. Written questions or comments may be submitted to the chairperson up to 2 hours before the meeting by emailing tgripino@cityofsandyoaks.com. So I'll call the meeting to order and we'll get a quorum call. Mayor Ball. Oh, it's 06:30. I'm no, not 06:30, 18:30. 6:33
And your
PM.
quorum call, we have Chair Mr. Rapino. Yes,
Yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Billinger.
Present.
We have Raylan McDonald,
Here.
Ann Garza,
Here.
Megan Cordova,
Here.
and Gloria Sarmiento is not here. Is that all of them?
Ray's not here.
And
Okay.
Ruth, yes,
Yeah.
Carval is not here. You do have a quorum,
we
sir.
do, yes. So let's move to the pledge of allegiance of the flag. If you stand, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I always feel like I'm gonna be amen.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I almost said it.
Okey-dokey. I didn't hear of any citizens to be heard. I checked the website. Didn't see any, so nobody emailed me since the 18th of September, so I guess we're home free for citizens to be heard. So I'll move on to agenda item 4, discuss and possible action on the status of acquiring Frisbee golf system for use in the park. And I was going to ask Gloria if she has heard anything. Do you guys?
She mentioned the other day that she
I think she was talking to,
talked to Charlotte, but she hadn't, I don't know if she emailed her or whatever.
yeah, I know she emailed her all the particulars that,
She hadn't gotten a response back. That's the last I had heard about it.
so we're still in limbo on that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll move on to agenda item number 5, discussing possible action on setting a date. And we said we would talk about it again, this meeting, to complete the work benches behind the backstop and resume work on the butterfly garden. The weather doesn't seem to have modified much. Still hot as hell, so I mean, what are we thinking? Did we put it off for another discussion? Okay, so we'll wait till the next meeting and hopefully, they said a cool front was coming through, but it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it has.
Maybe later
yet.
tonight.
No.
Tomorrow holds promise for cooler temps, at least in the morning. and
I hope so.
80s maybe.
I hope so.
Well, that's good.
Better than
But the
99.
humidity,
Yeah.
99.
Yeah. Okay, I'll move on to agenda item 6, discuss and possible action on updates and issues from the community center. And And then, and you think you can pick those items up? How did
Well,
the,
I have been out of town, so
The last market day, which our
Saturday?
community yard sale was this past Saturday, and it was very slow.
Was it
Penny
slow?
Paws didn't show up because they had an emergency, so.
damn, I'm glad I didn't bring my dog down. I was thinking about it, but I didn't feel good. So.
And apparently, Michelle messaged Gloria yesterday or the day before that Penny Paws may not be there for a while because they're short-staffed.
Hmm.
They can't
They
commit.
wanted to come this coming Saturday, but the pavilion is being used for another event,
Mm.
which is a good event. You want to tell them about
Oh,
the plant
it's selling and trading plants. I don't know.
succulents and plants?
I
oh my
don't,
goodness.
I don't know if they have many signed up or
Is
not.
Mary the star of the show?
No,
No.
actually another group put that together.
That is awesome.
Gloria did.
Well,
That came from the next door plant trading group.
Yes, it did.
So,
Has that been put on next door?
I haven't
have
seen
not-
it.
There's
Uh,
a group. It's not in the general feed.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
well, will
I
people
see
know
it, but-
about it?
I do, but yeah. So what we can do is share that to the general group.
I think
Yeah.
Gloria had a copy of her card
flyer
or
or
whatever, and she
whatever.
was gonna repost it.
We can put it on Nixle. We can put it on a
Mhm.
number of places.
Yeah, she had a copy of it. She was.
So I'm gonna
showing
throw
us.
this out here about plants. I don't know this because I have not done the research. I'm sure Charles will go home and have an answer for us tonight.
I have no doubt.
I have heard, I've only heard, that if you wanted to sell plants, that it does require some kind of permit. I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be false.
if you are in the business of selling plants, yes, you do have to have a state license.
Okay,
I thought if it was
But-
sort of like a
But occasional sales and yard
yeah,
sales.
Yard
no.
sales.
good,
it would-
because I like the idea of this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, the guy on the corner that's got a flat of tomato plants, no, he doesn't need
Okay,
a permit, but
okay.
Well, then since Dia's out of business now, I don't see why she couldn't bring
And
it.
see, that's where it came from, was
Right, I
because
was
she
standing
did
there when
run a
she-
nursery.
Oh,
So that's where I
Right,
heard
but
that
she
from.
doesn't now,
She doesn't now,
Oh.
exactly.
so
Yeah.
she could.
Hmm.
Interesting.
But my thought is, those plants live out here today anyway, so what's the
Yeah, that-
problem?
Mhm.
I think it's more of a plant swap than it is
Exactly.
plant sales.
Yeah,
I think there would be some sales, because you know, if I go, I don't have anything to swap, but I'll certainly entertain buying what you got.
Well, I won't be here, so
Uh-oh.
I'm going down to the fire marshal's office for some training.
Where? Fire marshal?
Yeah.
Okay,
what are you training as?
this weekend?
Trying to get cert qualified and
Oh, good for
have
you.
one of the mandatory things that you have to go in person for one class.
And they mandate masks, just so you know.
Is it-
It's okay.
It's okay. I think the other thing that happened, we had Via bring the
Yeah.
band down there
Mhm.
and had it set up in that little triangular grassy area, so
That's
people coming
ex-
in could see that.
Mhm.
They were supposed to pick it up at 7 o'clock Saturday. I went down there Sunday, it was still there. So I did a little drive around to make sure it wasn't vandalized or flat tires or,
But must not have had a call.
well, they don't, remember, they don't do it on
On the weekends.
yeah, on the weekends.
Michael has taken advantage of it twice already.
Oh, good.
And he's got nothing but praise. He says that it's a really easy to use. He just calls. He didn't even use the app. He just called
You
and
can just call, yeah.
and set it up, and he's excited. He doesn't have to worry about getting over there. And he says that once you get there, if you're not used to the bus rides, everything's there, the schedules, they'll answer all the
And-
questions.
Here at City Hall and at the community center, right out here, we have boxes of maps, route maps. We have a big system map that we'll put on the wall so that people can look and figure out, oh, I need to get there, so this is what I need to do. And we have all the materials here. Some of them are down at the community center as well. So I think that's being very well received. Seems to be getting a lot of interest. Penny Paws canceled. The food stuff, how's that going? Are you champion?
It's going. They've decreased the number of meals that we're
Again?
getting. Well, we're down to 75.
Oh, okay.
So, and we're still not getting
What do
rid
you
of all
think
of
we
them
need?
without having to.
What do you think we need to increase?
I don't know. Gloria and I signed up people on Saturday during the sale,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're talking about maybe National Night Out, having a table and try and get more signed up. A lot of people have heard about it. And of course, now we've got it on Monday instead of Friday, but last week, anyone that showed up, we were making sure we told them, so I don't know.
So what I have offered to Gloria is I asked during the event that you guys did yesterday,
Mhm.
if she was comfortable asking those individuals who are coming in if they would be willing to sign up for Nixle. And I've set up a group specifically for Nixle, and it's just called food. So you text food to the 888-777 and it registers you, and then we can send reminders out. And I know there was a situation with some families that were concerned about the documentation issue.
Mhm.
And so once they heard that, they kind of disappeared. But by using Nixle, that's a very easy thing. It's anonymous. And so if somebody signs up for it, they can forward that message to somebody else who can look and see and not be intimidated. I guess is kind of what I'm getting at with that. So that group is already set up. We just need people to sign up for it. I
Yeah.
also asked Gloria for updated graphics. The ones that we have on the city website are for Fridays. So now I need a new one that
Oh,
shows the
yeah.
Monday. So get that updated there as well, and then we'll push that message out. But I think it's just a matter of somehow getting the message to not just our residents,
Yeah.
but those that are in the surrounding
Yeah,
area
it's
as well.
Anyone in the area with kids. And a lot of them that are coming back now, they were coming during the summer. And when
That was
it
on Friday.
switched
Oh, were
from
you?
one program to the other, and we
Sorry.
didn't know if it was gonna continue on because we hadn't been told. A lot of them thought it just stopped.
Yeah. Well, and I think also on the display board that y'all have down there, it says something about if they can't participate in multiple programs. So maybe they're participating through a program through the school that's also part of that same TDA. And so they can't
I
participate in
don't
ours
know
as
that they
well.
really track. Because
I don't know.
they've got names and an age. That's all they've got.
Yeah.
No.
What do you do when, with the excess food if people don't show?
Hey, be careful.
Yeah.
Deliver to other places. If she knows they need to.
Well,
Oh.
technically,
We are
the
supposed to put
program
it in the
requires that you
dumpster,
put it in the dumpster.
I see.
which is why we push hard to get people
People
to
that
come out
take.
and
Yeah,
get
well,
it.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to waste food. I mean,
Yeah,
You don't
for
want to
sure.
waste food. That's wasteful. Go to good use.
If it's, when we have shelf stable milk, we can hold that back and it can be, because it's good for a while. But when we got refrigerated stuff, then.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
to be-
technically what we're supposed to be doing. I know that there are some families who can't make it during the window
Mhm.
that y'all do it. And I think y'all been able to hold, set aside, they're coming.
Technically,
set
we're not
aside for that.
supposed to do that either. But the people that have the cards, if they can't make it, they can give it to somebody else.
To come.
That's
pick up on their
going-
behalf.
As long as they got that card, they can do it.
Okay.
We should let them know that, or do they know?
We do try and let
Yeah.
them know.
I mean, I pick up when I can go, I pick up for my
Yeah.
neighbor, because they work late, and so they don't, and they're kind of, the wife's very shy, she's not really, so anytime I go, I have their card now, so I can pick up for both.
Yeah.
I'm
Both
just
sets of
wondering
kids.
if, I mean, I can reach out to the school, the Southside School District, reach out with Randy or Sylvia and say, hey, we have this going on. Can we get flyers to hand out to the kids that live in Sandy Oaks or, in and around this area so that they know? That's always an option.
Mhm.
But I think they have a program going as well, and that may be where the conflict is. I don't know.
It probably comes through the same program.
Exactly, same funding.
Yeah, because my kids bring home after school
Yeah.
snack every day. The ones in elementary, but the junior high, he does it, so,
Wow.
but my two that are in elementary bring home snack every day.
Or maybe we could talk to the school district about having volunteers ride the school buses in the morning and hand out to all the kids that get on the bus or at the parents at the stop or something like that. And, I don't know. I'm sure they love bus monitors. If anyone wants to,
The only thing with this program, their window is very
I
tight,
know it is.
and
Yeah.
you have to stick within the window.
And Megan, that kind of goes back to the profile.
Right,
Maybe we should identify in there, I know situations change for people all the time, but generally, what is a time that you would be available to,
right,
to
do that.
to pick things up if they're available?
Yeah, we can add it. So when you do find it, you want to shoot it to me, we'll just
Yep.
add some more
We'll tweak it and
information.
get it ready. I'm working on a database also, so we'll incorporate all that into that. The other thing is the refrigerator. So the last time we talked, the unit.
Ma'am,
that-
that's our next agenda item.
Yeah, it's the next agenda item. That's a good
It's our last.
transition, yeah.
That's a good time to close one and open another one.
Okay.
Before we move on, we talked this past Saturday that maybe we need to change the community yard sale from the third Saturday to the first Saturday. That may be one reason that we're not getting a lot of people joining because, everyone receives money at the first of the month.
Many people are doing their grocery shopping on the first Saturday of the month.
So they're not gonna come down for that either.
Just,
Okay.
Maybe the second, they'll have some money left over.
And I don't know what the situation is. for
No.
Penny Paws. I mean, other than just the shorthandedness, but
Yeah.
maybe the third isn't working for them. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who
But we
can
have
find that
signs.
out for us, Michelle?
We have signs that say third Saturday.
Yeah,
And it's kind of become a known thing. You
yeah.
just have to
How
remind
many
people.
have sort of floundered? And
Who-
how many sales have not?
We had only 3 vendors this last Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah,
We shut everything down by noon.
Oh, my.
I mean,
Is it
me and
the-
Gloria were. were one
It's
of
the fact that the
Yeah.
vendors are not showing up because
I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know if it's because the
That
kids are
could
back in
be.
school.
The heat has been
combination.
horrible.
And yeah, it could be a combination. of
Go to
everything.
quarterly.
Go to quarterly? Oh,
uh,
that's
wouldn't
too-
work.
I like the monthly,
I do too.
But we've had really hot days and there was
Yeah.
tons of people out there.
I know, but
It's
maybe
just-
it's just
But
I don't-
actually,
So-
this has been a cool summer,
relatively.
relatively
yes.
speaking, yeah. So,
So who can find out why Penny Paws isn't coming?
Well,
right
I think she said they're
They were
short-handed.
short-staffed right now.
But they wanted to come this weekend, so.
Only for a few hours, so not even for a full, I think they only wanted to come like from 9 to 12 or something like that, which
Hmm.
wasn't very much. And not enough notice for us to
Yeah,
advertise it.
I would like to change the date on the yard sale, but just my opinion.
to win?
I don't care.
Oh,
I thought the first sounded like a good deal, but if everybody's at the grocery
Am
store,
I wrong?
well,
things
they're
have
all in the
changed a lot,
commissary, I
because
know that.
depending on your benefits, because like
Yeah, it
food
depends on when
stamps
they
are
get their check.
staggered now. So
When they
food
get their
stamps used to
reload
get them
on
on
their Lone
the,
Star card.
yeah, it used to be on the 3rd, now they're 3rd, 7th, and 15th, so that
Ah.
staggers.
Okay.
Social
The
Security.
Social Security and SSI are usually the weekend before the 1st, depending on
No,
when it applies. Well, because they get it, if it's on the 1st, and 1st is Monday, they're gonna get it by Thursday. So,
that's true, but Social Security doesn't pay on the first. It's
Uh-huh.
staggered.
That's
What-
staggered.
When do you get yours?
I get mine on the second Wednesday and Victor gets his on the third Wednesday,
I get mine on the first one.
I think it depends on your,
except they come on
So
Tuesday.
something to do with
there's
your
nothing
number.
standard.
yeah,
So,
maybe it's just,
yeah,
but
yeah.
SSI is definitely supposed to be on the 1st, but they're getting it earlier.
No, it's staggered first, second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month now
For Social Security,
for Social
but
Security.
SSI is always on the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and that's, the disability type stuff. So before,
No, my wife was on disability and she got her check on the second Wednesday.
there's Social Security disability and there's SSI. So that's
You lost me.
yeah, sorry. there's-
various.
Yeah, so there's Social Security is like what you pay into. So like all these, anytime that you or your spouse work, they pay into Social Security. And so then if you get disabled or you retire, then it comes out of that funding. Whereas SSI, for people that haven't worked or don't have enough credits, that's more like an income-based disability program.
So theirs is on the first.
Theirs is always on the 1st.
Okay. So,
Well,
so then the
why don't we try it? What do we got to lose if it doesn't work?
Well, so part of the issue is we had signs made up and Dennis did a really good job, by the way.
Oh, with the stands you made?
He made stands out of PVC pipe, so those big signs that advertise it actually stood up. So that helped, but his table saw broke, and so he can't make it anymore right now.
well,
Gloria may be able to change the 3 to a 2 or a 4 or whatever
Well,
with
or
her
we could
cricket.
get a sticker or
Or
something,
something
but
and put
the
it
point
over
is, we already have the signs, we've been
Mhm.
advertising it as the 3rd. Why don't we just wait, let's try through the end of the year as it gets cooler, let's see if
See what
That
happens.
What
is an
changes it?
issue. And then just probably reminding people a week ahead of time. Don't forget, because I think we're waiting
Too
a little too late to
Yeah.
remind
I
them.
agree.
It's a lot of work to get all that stuff together.
It may just be advertising, like you
Yeah.
say.
could
Exactly.
just post it every week.
Yeah, don't forget, don't
Don't
forget,
don't
not this
forget, don't
weekend.
forget, don't
Come
forget.
in,
But
come
the
in.
other issue is the vendors. How do we get them to show up?
Well, we have people that come from outside of
Oh,
San
other
Diego. I mean,
areas, yeah.
everyone's welcome. And
Well,
I am working on Morales Taqueria, because he has a food handler's permit and a health inspection,
Mhm.
to see if he'd like to come down and
So
with his trailer, because he's got a food truck trailer, and see if he wants to come
I
down.
think that would be awesome.
I think it would be, and I mean, anyone that's got those 2 permits, you know,
Yeah,
the city can waive the event fee. And have people come
I
in.
would kind of like to see us do that.
Yeah.
I'd come
You know.
down just to eat. but-
Yeah, no, for the community yard sale, just waive the city license and
Exactly.
a permit fee.
Yep.
And let them have one Saturday a month to, if you're legal, come in and do
Exactly.
your best.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, but of course, we may end up with 6 taco trucks, but
Oh, wow.
I can eat
Is
6
that a bad
tacos.
thing? That's not a bad
That
thing.
sounds like a good plan, though.
Yeah,
I mean, we changed the ordinance to allow waivers, so
sure.
let's waive something.
I agree. Totally agree. The
Okay.
other thing is with the holidays coming
Yeah.
up, maybe we
Now,
will
we-
get more vendors that are
Do-
doing craft stuff for holidays.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Are we going to
Do we
do a
need-
Christmas event?
Probably so, but I have to talk to the owners of the equipment. But I'm certainly sure that they would be,
I mean, like a Christmas mark, like they do some places.
oh, you meant that, not the
Yeah.
parade.
Well, I'd like to ask, Mr. Rapino to, at our next available council meeting, first part of October, let's take it to council to get approval for a once a month permitless day at the yard sale for licensed vendors.
Okay,
So, well, it's already in the ordinance that we can do that, but they still have to fill out the permit because we have to have copies of the stuff, the
Okay.
documents. But that's easy to accomplish. They can just come in and get the permit but if you want to formalize that,
Well, yeah, I would, because the way it's written, you know, the city can have an event, but the city council has never said, we're gonna have this the third Saturday
true,
of every month. So I think just to make it all legit,
I agree.
let's make it an official city event. Third Saturday of every month, it's gonna be the community yard sale.
but we may want to make that same provision for any other event we might hold. So
Well,
why don't we make it a blanket?
we have no events planned,
No, but
which is a whole different item. 4th of July, we had a pretty good turnout. You know, but again, I would be most comfortable with running that through council rather than just saying, we're gonna do this.
oh, you mean doing it for every time we want to do that,
Every time
running
the
it
city
through
holds
council?
some kind of
We recognize National Night Out.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, by resolution ordinance or just the wave of hands, I think we ought to sanctify the events. Just my opinion.
I didn't have you on, you're on video now.
Okay, so that's,
No, I agree. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got for activities.
Okay,
That's all I
so
know about what happened.
We'll move on to the next agenda item if no one has anything else on the reference to the community center and the activities there in or that out for that. I'll move on to agenda item number 7 and discuss a possible action on the status of the commercial refrigerator for the community center. And I've been looking and hard to say, I cannot find something that sort of meets the thing we need for the price that we want.
what was our not to exceed number on that?
2,000.
2,000.
And I've seen nice refrigerators, but they're all above that.
Where is the one, I've been asking from Gloria and everybody, where is the one that we approved? Because we
That's
had the,
But
Yeah.
it's,
We had-
they don't have it anymore. And that's,
is it on back
Well,
order?
she said that she found it, but it's not in stock right now. So we
Okay,
would
I
have
just
to
need to
wait
know
on
what
it.
that is. We'll make sure it gets ordered, but
Yeah.
we're not getting anywhere with this, and I
Yeah.
can't help if I don't know what it is.
I will
at
remind
Home
her
Depot.
I sent
to
her an email earlier today that I need that information.
get another picture of it and the
Yeah.
information.
I just need a link to whatever it is that she found.
it was Home Depot. And-
Right, but I don't know the model or
Yeah,
any of that stuff.
we
so.
have that. So. if
And I
you-
mean, if it's on back order, it's on back order. I mean, that's
Mhm.
that's the world we're living in right now. Everything's on
Yeah,
back order.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't think it was available at this Home Depot. It was across town or
It
something.
didn't
No,
matter, they were gonna
yeah.
deliver it.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know how
don't-
long ago that was. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
the last time she looked, they were out of stock.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You know, if it's in Seguin, we got a truck and a trailer.
yeah, that's what I was thinking, that we can go drive there and pick it up. I got a truck too. That-
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they'll deliver it and put it in the building and set it up, how much easier it would.
But we
Yeah,
don't
but-
want to wait till next
Any,
Yeah.
Well,
February.
it's
I
not that far.
believe that any Home Depot in the local area would do that. So,
Right.
but that's just my opinion.
No, I think she said it was like 150 or 200 miles away or something like
I
that. If
forget
they had it.
exactly.
Well, it was only on the other side of San
We-
Isabella or something. It's
We,
not that far.
We can arrange shipping. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have ways.
if it's 150 miles away, we can still go pick it up and
Oh,
Yeah, because it was only 1,200 or 1,300 bucks, if I remember.
No, I thought it was 19.
No,
I thought it was
More like
18.
18.
it
Well, maybe I'm
it
wrong.
was close to
That's-
that. It was close to that $2,000 mark.
Mhm.
well, In any event,
Okay,
so she's gonna send you the,
I hope so. I've starred two things here, the Frisbee golf and the refrigerator is things I need to track down.
right, so then we'll move on to agenda item number 8, discuss impossible action on the American Rescue Plan and as it relates to park improvements. And I guess we talked a little bit about it before the meeting. And there may be some ways that we can get some of that money. And we also have information that we may be getting more of that money. So
Yeah,
hopefully.
The error of my ways have been corrected, so we're expecting an additional $300,000 deposit in addition to the $263,000 we already received.
Wow.
So that'll be our first tranche. We'll get the same thing next year. So a little over $1.2 million in total. And we're talking about, I need to do some research to find out exactly what we can spend that on. But if we can use it for the exercise equipment in the park, maybe the shade covering for the playground, that's easy. Those are easy things to get going right now. And then Megan and I are working on a profile, household profile. We'll do a mail out. I'm working with CPS to give us an updated list of all addresses. I spoke with her again today about that. So once we have that, then we'll know how many mail outs we need to do. And we will get information out to the community and figure out what programs we need to start putting together, where the needs are. So,
Yeah, that covering we were going to get for the shade, that would be, the only reason we didn't get it is because they had changed the price. So
Kept
a little
going
bit,
up,
it wasn't
up,
that,
and up.
it went up a little bit, but not that over the amount we had authorized.
if we have funding available, to be honest with you, I would much rather go with the sailcloth type
Wow.
structure.
I agree.
Like what's over the pavilion?
And
But that was really
yeah, and
pricey.
in my mind, that is a health issue.
Well, we got to figure out if your mind and the treasury's mind are on the same.
Hey,
But I am going to be doing some research as this thing is unfolding, more and more
As in what we can
details
spend.
are starting
yeah.
to.
I believe there needs to be a lot of blue sky sessions where ideas are thrown out. I mean, we know absolutely we can use it for this issue.
Right.
But-
What we can't do definitively, what
And
we don't
we-
know is what we can do.
And we know
definitively.
we cannot do these things,
Exactly.
but there's a
Lot
whole
of
lot of
gray area.
activities and good causes between absolutely you can do this and absolutely you
Exactly.
cannot do that.
Mr. Rutino?
Is there a sunset clause on it to spending the money?
Yes.
We
it
have a
has to
certain
be-
amount of time we can't
Has to
carry it.
be committed. I don't know that it has to be spent. I know it absolutely has to be committed. You have to have a purchase order, whether the project is completed, but you have to have committed the funds by
Right.
December of 2024.
Yeah, I think all of
We
it.
got some time.
For both tranches or the
Yes,
first tranche?
all the money.
The
Okay.
money will be worth anything by then. But
It's a good length of time.
It is. But I mean, there's other things that we could do. One of the things that I'm concerned about in the park is being able, communication. There's no signal in the park. That's a health and safety issue. I mean, if you're gonna have
that's
people in the
terrible.
park,
Well,
and I know broadband is part of approved for funds.
yeah, local broadband is is part of the approved funds and we might,
And I talked with Jerry about placing some kind of extender, Wi-Fi extender, something in the park area. Because if you can get to Wi-Fi, you can make a call. So that may be something that I'll work with him on to see how we do that. My biggest fear is that somebody's in the park and they get hurt, nobody can make a call. If you're out there alone, that's one thing, but even if you're with someone and they still can't make a call, that's not good.
yeah, we could actually give them that in perpetual lease of enough property to put a tower.
Right, that's what I'm thinking, a tower. We can make some money on it.
Put a tower in it to probably
Well-
improve the,
If we give him a space to do it and he puts up the tower, he can make some money on
Mhm.
it. Or we could talk to him and maybe we put up the tower and give him a perpetual space on that tower to provide broadband for that end of the city. So my understanding is it's kind of spotty here and there. And that's one of the places where it's really
Real
spotty.
Mhm.
my house too.
Horrible.
So,
I think it's any of those areas where you get a low, that's a elevation is low, that's the problem.
I think it's line of sight the way that thing works.
4G, I think, is line of sight. I think 5G,
It's just.
5G is line of sight because it's a
Yeah.
shorter distance.
5G is line of sight. It's whether it goes through that tree or not.
Right.
not only that, it's not as,
I know there was a company that contacted me several years ago about putting in a repeater, I guess it was a repeater
yeah,
tower
you can get repeaters.
on Skyla and Cotton Oak area. And at the time, we kind of poo-pooed the idea because we didn't have a right-of-way policy. I didn't know who these people were. They kind of thought they were just gonna come in and do what they wanted to do. But it might be beneficial to open those conversations again, just to see. I don't know
Well-
how anybody, I'm sure they have a way of defining where you have pockets.
Yeah, it depends on what they mean by a repeating tower.
It was a booster, a signal booster, I think is what it's called.
Well, the
Yeah.
hams use repeaters all the time, so I don't know if it's the same type of repeater they're talking about, but it probably is, but similar.
Well, some towers are actually repeater towers and some are just extenders. It's neither here nor there, and that has nothing to do with ARPA funds, so let's close the ARPA
There you go.
and adjourn.
I agree 100%. So that being said, I'll move on to agenda item number 9, and it is 7:10, and we'll adjourn the meeting.